He played his heart out. She wrote her soul bare. Their Valentine's Day performance will change everything. Watch till the end to uncover the full story. Kwame's hands moved like lightning across the talking drums, each beat resonating with the vibrant pulse of Accra. He was a master, his rhythms weaving stories of joy, sorrow, and the everyday magic of his city. To Kwame, life was a symphony of percussive sounds, and love, he believed, was just another beat. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, but ultimately predictable. He'd seen friends fall in and out of love, their hearts following a predictable rhythm of infatuation, passion, and often heartbreak. He preferred the steady pulse of his drums, a reliable companion that never disappointed. The Makola market buzzed around him, a cacophony of sounds, hawkers calling out their wares, trotros honking, and the chatter of 1,000 conversations. Kwame absorbed it all, his drumming weaving seamlessly with the market's vibrant energy. He played for the sheer joy of it, for the connection he felt with his city, and for the stories that flowed through his fingertips. Love, as the poets sang about it, seemed a distant, almost foreign concept to him. He'd seen its fleeting nature, and he wasn't convinced it was worth the potential heartache. Abena moved through the world with a different rhythm, her heart beating in verses. She saw the world in metaphors, her words painting vivid pictures of the emotions that swirled around her. While Kwame found his voice in the vibrant beats of his drums, Abena's voice resonated in the delicate dance of her poetry. She observed the world with a keen eye, capturing the essence of human experience in carefully chosen words. Love to Abena was not a predictable rhythm, but a complex symphony of emotions, a story waiting to be written. She often frequented the same market as Kwame, but while he heard the cacophony, she listened to the whispers. She found poetry in the haggling of market women, the laughter of children, and the quiet contemplation of the old men, playing draughts under the shade of a baobab tree. She carried a small notebook with her, always ready to capture a fleeting thought, a striking image, or a poignant phrase. She believed love was woven into the fabric of these everyday moments, waiting to be discovered. Their paths crossed amidst the vibrant chaos of the market. Kwame was lost in his drumming, his eyes closed, his body swaying with the rhythm. Abena, captivated by the raw emotion in his music, paused to listen. She saw not just a drummer, but a storyteller, his drums speaking a language she understood. She scribbled a few lines in her notebook, capturing the essence of his music in verse. When Kwame opened his eyes, he saw Abena standing there, her notebook in hand, her gaze thoughtful. He stopped drumming, a little self-conscious under her intense scrutiny. Abena, startled by his sudden silence, looked up and smiled, a warm, genuine smile that reached her eyes. She recited the poem she had just written, her voice soft and melodic, the words weaving a tapestry of sound that complemented his drumming. Kwame was mesmerized. He had never encountered anyone who understood his music so deeply, who could translate the raw emotion of his drumming into such beautiful words. He found himself drawn to Abena's quiet intensity, her insightful observations, and her passion for poetry. They began talking, their conversation flowing effortlessly, their shared love for art creating an instant connection. They discussed the power of rhythm, the beauty of language, and the way both could capture the essence of human experience. Kwame shared his belief that love was a predictable rhythm, while Abena argued that it was a complex and unpredictable story. Their differing perspectives sparked a lively debate, their words dancing around each other like the intricate patterns of a kente cloth. As Valentine's Day approached, a local cultural center announced a competition, a performance duel between different art forms. Kwame, encouraged by Abena, decided to participate, showcasing the power of his drumming. Abena, equally inspired, decided to enter as well, using her poetry as her weapon of choice. The theme of the competition was, fittingly, love. The friendly rivalry between them ignited a spark of creativity. They challenged each other, pushing each other to explore new depths in their respective art forms. Kwame experimented with new rhythms, trying to capture the complexities of love in his drumming. Abena crafted verses that explored the multifaceted nature of love, from the fiery passion of new romance to the quiet comfort of lasting commitment. Their rehearsals became a dialogue, a conversation between drums and poetry. Kwame's drumming inspired Abena's words, and Abena's poetry gave Kwame new insights into the emotions he was trying to express. They spent hours together, sharing their creative process, offering constructive criticism, and encouraging each other to push beyond their limits. As they worked together, Kwame began to see love in a new light. He realized that it wasn't just a predictable rhythm, but a complex and ever-changing melody. He started to understand the emotions that Abena's poetry so eloquently captured: the joy, the pain, the vulnerability, and the resilience of the human heart. During their rehearsals, a subtle shift occurred in their relationship. The friendly rivalry began to give way to something deeper. They found themselves drawn to each other, their conversations extending beyond art and into personal territory. They shared stories about their lives, their dreams, and their fears. Kwame found himself captivated by Abena's intelligence, her sensitivity, and her passion for life. He admired her ability to see the beauty in the ordinary, her way of finding poetry in the everyday moments. Abena, in turn, was drawn to Kwame's quiet strength, his unwavering dedication to his art, and the raw emotion that poured out of him when he played his drums. Kwame began to express his feelings for Abena through his drumming. He played melodies that were soft and tender, rhythms that were passionate and intense. He poured his heart into his music, hoping that Abena would understand the language of his drums. He composed a new piece specifically for her, a complex rhythm that mirrored the intricate tapestry of their relationship. It started with a slow, gentle beat, representing the initial spark of attraction, and gradually built into a crescendo of passion, reflecting the growing intensity of their feelings. Abena, too, began to express her feelings through her poetry. She wrote verses that spoke of the joy of finding a kindred spirit, the thrill of discovering a shared passion, and the vulnerability of opening one's heart to another. Her poems became a reflection of her growing affection for Kwame. She wrote about the way his drumming resonated with her soul, the way his music spoke to her heart. She described the way his eyes lit up when he talked about his art, the way his smile made her heart skip a beat. Her poetry became a love letter, a whispered confession of her feelings. The day of the competition arrived, and the cultural center was buzzing with excitement. The stage was set, the audience was eagerly anticipating the performances, and the air crackled with anticipation. Kwame and Abena, despite their nerves, were ready. They had poured their hearts and souls into their art, and they were ready to share their creations with the world. They stood backstage, a mixture of excitement and apprehension swirling within them. They exchanged a nervous glance, a silent acknowledgement of the feelings that had blossomed between them. They knew that tonight they were not just performing for the audience, but for each other. Kwame was the first to perform. He walked onto the stage, his drums his only companion. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and began to play. The rhythm started softly, tentatively, like a whispered secret. It gradually built in intensity, becoming a powerful expression of his love for Abena. He poured his heart into his drumming, each beat a word, each rhythm a sentence, each melody a love song. The audience was captivated. They had never heard Kwame play with such passion, such raw emotion. His drumming was not just a performance, it was a confession, a declaration of love, spoken through the language of rhythm. He poured his heart out, hoping that Abena would understand the message he was sending. When Kwame finished, the audience erupted in applause. He bowed, his eyes searching for Abena in the wings. She gave him a warm smile, her eyes sparkling with admiration. It was her turn. She walked onto the stage, a single spotlight illuminating her. She took a deep breath and began to recite her poetry. Her voice was clear and strong, her words resonating with emotion. Abena's poem was a love letter to Kwame, a beautiful expression of her feelings for him. She spoke of his rhythmic soul, the way his drumming resonated with her own artistic spirit. She described the way his passion ignited her own creativity, how their shared love for art had brought them together. Her words were filled with tenderness, admiration, and a deep affection that resonated with everyone in the audience. As she recited, Kwame watched from the wings, his heart swelling with emotion. He understood the message in her words, the love that flowed through her poetry. He realized that Abena had seen into his soul, understood him in a way no one else had. He felt a connection to her that transcended words, a bond forged through their shared passion for art and their growing love for each other. The audience was mesmerized. They had witnessed not just a competition, but a love story unfolding before their eyes. The raw emotion in Kwame's drumming and the heartfelt sincerity of Abena's poetry had touched something deep within them. They felt the connection between the two artists, the unspoken language of love that flowed between them. The performance duel had become a symphony of hearts, a harmonious blend of rhythm and verse. Kwame's drums and Abena's poetry intertwined, complementing each other, creating a beautiful tapestry of sound and emotion. It was a performance that would be remembered long after the Valentine's Day celebration had ended. The judges faced a difficult decision. Both Kwame and Abena had delivered exceptional performances, showcasing their talent and passion. But more than that, they had created something truly special, a unique blend of art and emotion that transcended the boundaries of competition. The judges deliberated long and hard, trying to decide who the winner should be. They recognized the unique synergy between Kwame and Abena, the way their art forms complemented each other. They saw the love that shone through their performances, the unspoken connection that had captivated the audience. The decision was not about choosing the better artist, but about recognizing the power of their combined creativity. Finally, the judges reached a decision. They announced that instead of choosing a single winner, they would declare a tie. Kwame and Abena would share the prize, a recognition of their combined talent and the magic they had created together. The audience erupted in applause, appreciating the judges' wise decision. The announcement was met with cheers and whistles, a celebration of love and art. Kwame and Abena looked at each other, their eyes filled with joy and relief. They had not only shared their art with the world, but they had also shared their hearts. After the performance, Kwame and Abena found themselves alone backstage. The excitement of the competition had subsided, leaving behind a quiet intimacy. They looked at each other, a silent conversation passing between them. Kwame reached out and took Abena's hand, his touch gentle and reassuring. He told her how much her poetry had moved him, how her words had given him a new understanding of love. He confessed his feelings for her, his voice filled with sincerity. Abena smiled, her eyes sparkling with happiness. She told him that his drumming had touched her soul, that his music had spoken to her heart. She confessed her love for him, her voice soft and tender. They embraced, their bodies close, their hearts beating in unison. The world around them faded away, leaving only the two of them. They had found each other, two artists whose love for art had brought them together. Their love was a symphony, a harmonious blend of rhythm and verse. The air was filled with the unspoken language of love, a melody woven from the threads of their shared passion. They had found love in the most unexpected place, in the heart of their art, in the rhythm of the drums and the verses of poetry. As they left the cultural center hand in hand, they knew that their lives had changed forever. They had found love, not just in the abstract, but in the tangible form of each other. Their love story was just beginning, a new rhythm in the symphony of their lives. They walked through the streets of Accra, the vibrant city lights reflecting in their eyes. They were no longer just a drummer and a poet, but two souls intertwined, their hearts beating in time with each other. Their love was a masterpiece, a work of art created from the depths of their hearts. Kwame and Abena continued to create together, their art a reflection of their love. They collaborated on new pieces, blending the rhythms of Kwame's drums with the beauty of Abena's poetry. Their performances became legendary, captivating audiences with their unique blend of art and emotion. They shared their love with the world. Their performances a testament to the power of connection, the beauty of shared passion and the magic of love. Their art became a celebration of their relationship, a love song that resonated with everyone who heard it. Their love story wasn't a whirlwind romance, but a steady, growing connection. They faced challenges, as all couples do, but they faced them together, their love a constant source of strength. They learned to navigate the rhythm of life, the ups and downs, the joys and sorrows, always finding their way back to each other. They supported each other's dreams, encouraging each other to grow and evolve, both as artists and as individuals. Their love was a safe haven, a place where they could be themselves, vulnerable and honest. They found poetry in the everyday moments of their lives, in the shared laughter, the quiet conversations, and the simple acts of love. They wrote poems about their experiences together, capturing the essence of their relationship in verse. Their love story became an ongoing poem, a constantly evolving work of art. Kwame's drumming became more nuanced, reflecting the depth of his love for Abena. His rhythms spoke of tenderness, passion, and unwavering devotion. Abena's poetry became more personal, her verses filled with intimate details of their life together. Years passed, their love story becoming a legend in Accra. They inspired other artists, encouraging them to explore the connections between different art forms. They became mentors, sharing their wisdom and experience with young drummers and poets. Their legacy lived on, not just in their art, but in the love they shared. Their story became a testament to the power of love to transform lives, to inspire creativity, and to create lasting connections. Even as they grew older, their love remained strong, a constant rhythm in their lives. They continued to create together, their art a reflection of their enduring love. Their performances became more intimate, their connection even deeper. The echo of Kwame's drums and Abena's verse resonated through the city, a reminder of the power of love to create beauty, to inspire hope, and to connect hearts. Their love story became a part of the fabric of Accra, a testament to the enduring power of art and love. And so, the drummer's heartbeat and the poet's verse continued to intertwine. Their love story, a timeless melody, a beautiful symphony that echoed through the streets of Accra, a testament to the enduring power of love, art, and the magic that happens when two souls find their rhythm together. Their love was a masterpiece, a work of art that would continue to inspire generations to come. Their Valentine's Day duel became more than just a performance. It was a love song written in beats and verses. Kwame and Abena discovered that love, like their art, was a rhythm waiting to be found, a poem waiting to be written. Want more stories that celebrate the magic of love, art, and culture? Subscribe to our YouTube channel now and join us on this rhythmic journey.